Hello Scouts, it's Mr. Kugler again, and I've got another pie iron treat. You noticed I've had my pie iron here, which is a Rome cast iron pie iron. Cast iron's great with that mass for distributing the heat just like a nice Dutch oven. I'm going to do probably the classic pie iron treat, which is a great supplement to a lunch, maybe in the winter with a soup going on, where you want to have a nice toasted cheese sandwich. I could use spray oil to spray the inside of my Rome, inside the cast iron pie iron, but I'm going to do something different today, and I'm going to use some mayo. This is an old trick that I've seen used before, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the mayo and I'm going to just smooth it on the outside of the bread. This is going to be the surface. So I open up my pie iron, release the little loop here, the little hook, my preheated pie iron. I'm going to put that side that has the mayonnaise. Oh, I can hear it sizzling a little there. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Probably have about a teaspoon per side. And I'll put that, let me move my mayo out of the way and the lid. And I'll put this face down as well. And now what I'm going to do is just simply, another trick is I could do it this way, but then I have to coordinate and I've got a hot pie iron. Instead, what I'm going to do is I put the cheese on top here. I'll take this with the mayo side up and put it face up on top of the other ingredients. And then I'm going to just simply bring this down. Yes, there's going to be a little bit of crust that sticks out. Just going to cut that off with my paring knife here. Then I'll dispose of that properly. You could just put it in the fire. Honestly, it's going to be fine. And the key thing here is I'm using coals that I moved off to the side. I'm not putting this on top of a flame because it's going to cook really fast. And if you think about it, the ham is cooked. The cheese we can eat just out of the packet. The bread, we're not needing to bring anything up to quote-unquote temperature for safety purposes. We're just trying to have a nice toasted cheese sandwich that has that beautiful look on the outside, soft melted cheese. That was 2 slices of American cheese. Use whatever type of cheese you want. If you don't like ham, or maybe you don't eat ham, how about deli roast beef? That would be a great choice here. And have steak on it, or no meat at all. Maybe you're a vegetarian and you don't want the ham or the meat. You can go ahead with that. So important thing to do here is, especially since my pie iron is preheated, is keep flipping this every minute or so. It's far better to make the mistake to flip it more often and check it more often than you need to be than come out with something that looks like a piece of Kingsford charcoal. Unlike a Dutch oven where you open it up and you lose all that heat, you don't have that issue here, because remember that toasted cheese sandwich is filling up the cavity of that. So this is the side that was down. I know I'm a little premature, but it's already done on that side. So remember, this pie iron was preheated, so this is really cooking fast. So we'll see how it goes. We'll give it another 15-20 seconds here. We'll flip it over. We'll see what it looks like on the other side. These pie irons have little clips here to help keep your pie iron closed, to keep it from, I'll give a little shot to the camera there, that's almost done, to keep it from opening up while it's on the fire, so you don't have to maintain it as you're doing this. So another 15-30 seconds, we should have an awesome toasted cheese sandwich here ready to go on a camp out in the winter or along in the summer. Maybe you're trying to do something quick on a camporee for lunch. You're going to have a campfire anyways. And this is a great opportunity to whip together a great lunch. Oh, that is perfect. I'm using a metal surface here because I don't want to damage anything below if I were to do this on one of my wooden cook surfaces or whatever, I would have a problem. So you see it has a little bit of char on the outside, not a problem. You could break that off. But the great thing is you could see it's like that Hot Pocket where the edges are sealed. It is nice and warm and gooey. So I don't know if this is going to be a money shot when I go to cut this open, but we're going to give it a whirl. Look at that. A nice, gooey, toasted cheese sandwich cooked in literally minutes on a campfire using a cast iron, pie iron, a little bit of ham from the deli counter, a little bit of American cheese from the deli counter, 2 slices of bread, and the star of the show today is the mayo. Look at what beautiful crust that put on the outside of that. So think about using your pie irons, mix it up a little bit with your menu rotation and the different techniques that you use when you're cooking, and get out there and have fun, Scouts.